Hello. Let's go with
Good
John.
morning, teacher.
Good morning. How are you? Is it Marcella? Okay. What about John Carlos? Hi, John Carlos. What about Hennessy's? Hello, Hennessy's. What about Kelly? Hi, Kelly.
Good morning, teacher.
Good morning, Kelly. What about Jennifer? Jennifer. Hi, Jennifer.
Good morning, teacher.
Hello. What about Daniela? Hi, Daniela.
Hi, good morning.
Hello. What about Mr. Let's see. Let's see if Christopher connects his audio. What about John Carlos? Hi, John Carlos.
Hi, good morning.
Hi. Good morning. What about Hennessy's? Hi, Hennessy's. 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 Aguilar. Hualpa. Hello. All right, guys. My name is Alex. And today we have the review from Unit 1 to Unit 12. All of the content that you are going to see for the final exam. So we're going to be participating, we're going to be reading, and we're going to be giving examples. Es muy importante que todos participen porque esta es la revisión para el examen final. En cualquier momento, si vamos muy rápido o algo no entendieron, avísenme y con mucho gusto los puedo ayudar, ¿ok? So let's begin. Here we have the first one. So let's begin by reading the introduction here. So it says, asking about possessions. Irene, hi Irene.
Hi, hello. Espere,
Hello.
que estoy
Irene,
organizándome aquí. ¿Sí? Yes.
it's okay. Can you please read the question that we have here? Whose?
Pues, pelea.
Yes.
Ay, okay. Was big is this?
Whose
This?
bag is this? Whose bag is this?
Whose bag is this?
Excellent. Very good. So when we're talking about possessives, when we want to talk about possessives, we have to make sure that we use whose when we're talking about possessives. So let's continue and we can look at the examples. So we have possessive pronouns. Let's go with the possessive pronouns. Elizabeth, can you read the first possessive pronoun we have here?
My bag, mine.
Very good. Flor, can you continue? Your bag.
Your bed. Your bed. Yours.
Excellent. John Carlos, can you read this one?
His bag, his.
Excellent. Daniela?
Her bag, hers.
Very good. What about Miriam? Miriam?
Our bag, ours.
And then we have this one. Jennifer, the last one.
Their bag, theirs.
All right, guys. So remember that the possessive pronouns are always going to replace, they substitute the object of the sentence. So let's take a look and we'll put them to use. So here we have some examples. So let's begin by taking a look at the first one. Kelly, can you read the first question here?
Where is this bag? It is yours.
Very good. Let's continue with Irene. Irene, can you continue with the next one?
Yes, it's mine.
Absolutely. So we have the question of the possessives, and then we have the possessive answer. What about number 2? Let's read number 2. Elizabeth, can you read number 2?
Is this your phone?
And then what's the answer, Elizabeth? No, it isn't.
Is this your phone? No, it isn't. I think it belongs to Pablo.
Very good. So when we have a negation, we're not going to say the possessive adjective. We're just going to say that it belongs to Pablo. What about the next one? Flor, can you read the next one?
Repito la vez, me dijo. Sí.
Yep, but no, let's do this one. Sorry, this one here.
Ya. As yes, you're right. As yes, you're. Ya. As yes, you were right. It's highs. Ay, es que no.
No, it's perfect. It's perfect. This, guys, this is a spelling mistake. I apologize. This one here should be, yes, you're right. And this, so maybe we can change that. Let's see if we can change that. Maybe we'll go here. This is, yes. Okay, so this is, yes, you're right. Let's put the screen sharing back on. All right, so now you can see the correction. So let's repeat one more time. Flor? Yes, you're right. It's his.
Yes, you're right. It's his.
Very good. And what about B? John Carlos, can you read B? And these tissues?
And these dishes are they Pablo's dishes?
Very good. Let's continue. Miriam, can you continue with the next one?
No, they're not. I think they're Swiss and dishes.
Very good. I think they're Susie's tissues. Perfect. So let's continue. Jennifer?
Really? Are you sure they're hers?
And then the answer, Jennifer? Yes.
Yes, I think so.
All right, guys. So as you can see, we have the different possessive pronouns. Whose, mine, his, hers, theirs, etc. The possessive pronouns are always important when you want to determine who the owner of an object is. So maybe if I ask you, whose English class is this? So if I ask you guys, whose English class is this? And then you could say, it's ours, right? So by saying it's ours, we're talking about our English class, okay? So make sure that you always ask the question with whose, and then you respond with the possessive adjective, okay? Any questions, guys? Is this okay? All right, let's erase and we can continue. Here we have the next activity. So for the next activity, let's read, it says grammar review, this, that one, these, and those ones. So let's begin by reading the examples down here. Miss Daniela, can you read this one here?
I like that one.
Very good. I like that one. So go ahead and continue. With the pictures, it's like my study at home. Daniela?
Leo la que sigue.
Yeah, just this one. You have to complete the sentence.
This one with the pictures, it's like my study at home.
Excellent, Daniela. So guys, here we have two different selections. Remember, the difference between this and that is going to be that one, something that is far away. This one, something that is close, all right? So if you're talking about something that's far and something that's close, lejos y cerca, okay? What about the next one? Let's take a look at the next one. Irene, can you please read the next one that we have here? I don't like
I don't like these ones. eh,
those ones.
those ones with no chairs. They're too modern.
Very good. They're too modern, modern. So again,
Modern.
guys, modern, modern.
Modern.
Excellent. So guys, when you're talking about this, something that's close, cerca. When you're talking about those, something that is far away. So it's very, very similar. That and these, this and those. So something that's singular and plural, something that's close and something that's away. So let's see if we can come up with an example. Let's try to think of an example. I like that computer, right? And I'm talking about this computer. I like that computer. Can you think of an example, Kelly? Can you think of an example? Look at the pictures, okay? And let's see if we can come up with an example using this, that, these, those. What do you think, Kelly? What about,
Eh, yeah, I like this computer. That's it.
it can be, I like this computer. It could be, okay? What about another example? Another example, Jennifer. Jennifer, cualquier objeto que vemos en las fotos.
I like this one lamp.
So you can say, I like this one, right? And then you
Okay.
can specify the lamp. Recuerden que cuando utilizamos one y ones, es como si estamos hablando no especificando, ¿ok? Utilizamos esto cuando no queremos ser redundante y repetir la palabra una y otra vez, the lamp, the lamp, the lamp. En vez de seguir repitiendo the lamp, podemos utilizar this one. I like this one, the lamp. And then you can always specify the white lamp, okay? What about maybe John Carlos? John Carlos, can you think of an example?
I like this phone.
Yeah, absolutely. I like this phone. Very good. And then if you want to say something specific, you could say something like, let's put it here, John Carlos. I like this phone, the black one. And now we can specify that we're talking about the black one. I like this phone, the black one. Okay. Let's do one more example. What about Miriam? Miriam, can you think of an example?
I like this table.
I like this table. Very good. Let's put it here. Oops. Let's put that example on the screen. I like this table. Right? I like this table. And then how can we describe it, Miriam? The wood one, right? Madera, the one that's made out of wood. So remember, we have singular and plural, one and ones. Is that okay, guys? Any questions about this, that, these, and those. Recuerden que vamos a repasar todo lo que vamos a ver en el examen. Entonces, si algo no está claro, cualquier duda, sin pena, me avisan y con mucho gusto les puedo explicar un poco más, ¿ok?
Sí, por favor, teacher. No entendí esto del that's one. O sea, no estoy clara a qué se refiere.
¿Ok? Vamos a
Por favor.
eliminar esto acá, con mucho gusto. Vamos a borrar acá. Vamos a poner aquí en la pantalla algo que nos ayuda a entender. So, when we say that, this is going to be singular and it's going to be far away. Far. Far significa lejos, ¿ok? Siempre que utilizamos that, es algo que es singular y algo que está lejos, ¿ok? So if I say, I like that plant, esa mata, right? Me gusta esa mata. Utilizamos para señalar algo que estamos hablando. If you're going to use this or these, let's put here, for example, these. These is going to be plural, and it's going to be close. Something that's close, algo cerca. I like these shoes, for example, right? I like these shoes. Now it has to be plural. Ahora tiene que ser algo plural, algo cerca. Y esa es la diferencia entre that y these. Ahora si hablamos de los otros, those, okay? Those,
Profe, una pregunta.
yes.
Pero el this no significa para lejos también, ya que estamos hablando del plural de lejos, del that.
No, ese sería this. This, those sería lejos. Perdón, vamos a ponerlo aquí. Tal vez si lo juntamos se hace más fácil. Vamos a juntarlos para que no se haga complicado aquí. Vamos a poner acá. Aquí podemos editar. These, those. Y tenemos this, that. Y ahora podemos poner, tenemos this and those. Tenemos, en este caso sería singular, right? Y tenemos plural. ¿Ok? Y this, cerca, those, lejos. ¿Ok? Tal vez les voy a complicar más si lo pongo así. En este caso tenemos these and that sería plural y singular. Cuando tenemos algo cerca, siempre vamos a utilizar this and those. Vamos a borrar. Esto les voy a complicar más. Vamos a comenzar de cero. Un segundo, chicos. Más fácil si hacemos así. This, these, ok. Aquí tenemos singular, plural, ok. Aquí tenemos that, those, tenemos. Otra vez tenemos singular y plural, pero la diferencia sería que this and these está cerca, that y those está lejos. Ok. Lo ponemos aquí. Close. Y tenemos far, lejos, ¿ok? Singular de mano izquierda, plural de mano derecha y cerca y lejos. Tal vez si lo pongo así es un poquito más fácil. Y ahí pueden ver que tenemos singular y plural para cerca y lejos, ¿ok? Ahora cuando estamos hablando de one y Ones es exactamente lo mismo cuando tiene la S, es plural. ¿Ok? Ahí está un poquito más claro. Elizabeth.
Sí, muchas gracias.
All right.
Pero ¿y el
Um,
one? ¿Qué quiere
el
decir?
one. Ok. El one es S. S y esos. Entonces, one, singular, right? Ones, plural. Aquí no estamos hablando de aproximación, si está cerca o lejos. Aquí solo sería singular y plural. Entonces podemos decir this one, these ones. Solo tenemos que asegurar que esté singular o plural. Entonces, para no repetir el nombre del objeto, es cuando utilizamos one y ones. I like the red shoes. Right? I like the red shoes. I like those ones. Entonces, en vez de repetir the red shoes, ahora podemos utilizar esos, those ones. Es la única diferencia entre one y ones, que uno sería singular y el otro es plural. ¿Ok?
O sea que siempre que usamos el one en singular tenemos que usar el that y el this en singular. Y si queremos usar
Exacto.
plural, ahí, ahí.
Correcto. Tienen que corresponder. Porque this es singular, one es singular. These es plural, ones es plural. Correcto.
Ok.
All right, guys. Let's do an example, guys. Let's do an example just to make sure that everyone is okay. Let's look at the picture here. For example, let's go with Kelly. Kelly, can you think of an example? One more example. I like these chairs. For example, here we have these chairs. 1, 2, 3 chairs. We have 3 chairs. Can you think of an example, Kelly?
I don't like this chair.
Chair. I don't like this chair. Okay. I don't like singular this chair, right? I don't like this chair. What about another example? What about John Carlos? John Carlos, can you give me one more example?
I like this computer.
I like this computer. Okay. Y si quieres utilizar one, I like this one. Okay. This singular, this one singular. Let's do one more example. What about Flor? Flor, can you think of one more example?
I don't like those lamps.
I don't like those lamps. Okay. And if we had to use one, we could say, I don't like those, right? All right, guys. Espero que no les haya complicado ahí un poco, pero por favor, si tienen cualquier duda, déjenme saber y con mucho gusto podemos seguir practicando. Any questions? Is that okay?
Profe, ¿y por qué al final no le puso those ones en vez de lamps?
También los dos serían correctos. Those ones. Aquí sería I don't like those ones.
O sea, puedo poner como no puedo poner, igual se entiende a lo que me refiero.
Sí, en este caso si dices I like those, perfect. I like those ones, también sería un poco más completo y como eso es lo que estamos practicando aquí, mejor. I like those ones. Okay. Any other questions, guys? Is that okay?
¿Listo?
All right, guys. So let's erase and let's continue. Here we have the present continuous. So let's take a look at the present continuous, and we can begin by reading the question here. Let's go with Irene. Irene, can you read the question here?
Yeah. What are they going?
What are they doing? So here we have the picture, guys. We have the picture of the people playing tennis. Here we have the singular, one of the player. So let's see if we can think of some examples.
Podría
Hello.
ser,
Okay, Christopher.
podría ser one player is drinking.
Excellent, very good. Let's put it in the chat because we don't have too much space here. We could say one player is drinking. Excellent, Christopher. What about Flor? Flor, can you think of another example? Maybe Daniela. Daniela, can you think of an example? Go ahead, Flor.
One player is, a ver, one player is speaking.
One player is speaking. Excellent, very good. All right, Daniela, can you think of another example? No tiene que ser el primero. Podemos utilizar cualquiera de los que tenemos acá, okay?
The fans are reading.
Excellent, very good. The fans are reading. Very good. What about Angie? Hi, Angie.
Hi.
Can you think of an example, Angie? It could be any example.
She isn't cook.
Okay, she isn't cooking. Y tenemos que utilizar ing. She isn't cooking. Very good. What about maybe Irene? Irene, can you think of an example?
For example, he's working.
He's working. Very good. Walking or working? I guess could be working, sure. He's
Working, trabajando.
working. Very good. All right, and we can do one more. What about, let's see. John Carlos, can you think of an example?
He isn't dancing.
He isn't dancing. Perfect. All right, guys. So the present continuous. For present continuous, the subject plus the verb to be plus the ing form of the verb. Is that okay? Any questions? Okay, so let's erase and we can continue. Here we have the next activity. So let's go with the question at the top. Kelly, can you please read the question here? Do you
want to come to?
Okay, so it says grammar review. Let's take a look if we can complete the questions here. Angie? How can we complete this? Or maybe Christopher? Christopher, how can we complete this?
Podría ser what do you doing this weekend?
Pero con el verbo to be, right? What are?
What are you doing?
Excellent. Very good. What are you doing this weekend? And we'll connect it like that. Perfect. What
Profe,
about,
tengo una confusión. ¿Por
okay,
qué cuando hablamos de esta semana puedo usar el ing?
El presente
¿Porque es una acción que
continuo,
voy a realizar esta semana o qué?
el presente continuo lo podemos utilizar para el futuro siempre y cuando tengamos una frase de tiempo, una expresión de tiempo. Por ejemplo, mañana, el mes que viene, este fin de semana. Siempre podemos utilizar el presente continuo si tenemos una frase. Si no, utilizamos going to para el futuro o will para el futuro.
Ya.
Okay? So you could say something like, for example, I am visiting my parents
Tomorrow.
next or tomorrow. Yep, excellent. I am visiting my parents tomorrow. Y porque pongo tomorrow, ya no sería algo que está pasando en el momento, sino en el futuro, ¿ok? All right.
Pero para usar el ing en el futuro tengo que especificar sí o sí el tiempo que voy a usarlo.
Exacto. Menos el
Ah.
going to, porque ya el going to sería el futuro, ¿ok?
Yep.
All right. What about Flor? Flor, how can we complete this one here? B.
No, sería where going to a class. Sería
Yeah. We're going
to
to
a class.
a class. Very good. Excellent. What about the next one? Maybe Miriam? Miriam, how can we complete number 3?
Who are you going with?
Excellent, Miriam. Who are you going with? Very good. What about the next one? Maybe Daniela?
I'm going with you.
Okay, I'm going with, but it says you and you, entonces tiene que ser otra persona. I'm going with John, Shakira.
Okay.
I'm going with John. Do you want to come too? All right, what about the next one? The next one, maybe Kelly. Kelly, what about this one? How can we complete this one here, Kelly? Thanks, but I can't.
I'm going. I'm going.
Okay. Where are you going? I'm going. We need a complement. I'm going to. Where are you going, Kelly? I'm going to.
Classmate.
Maybe class. Tiene que ser un lugar. I'm going to class, right? All right, I can't. I'm going to class. All right. It says the last one. Okay, next time. Have fun. All right, guys. So this is the present continuous. Do we have any questions? Is that okay? All righty. So let's erase and we can continue. Here we have grammar, life events. So at the bottom, we have some different occasions that we can do. For example, be born or graduate from college. All of these are different life events. Let's see if we can complete the sentences by using the life events. What about Angie? Angie?
My mom and dad become grandparents last year when my sister mm, have a baby, her first baby.
Excellent. So we just have to change it to the past, okay? So here we can say my mom and dad became grandparents last year when my sister have would be the present and had would be the past. When my sister had her first baby. What about number 2? How can we complete number 2? Maybe Daniela?
My brother, estoy confundida en esta parte, no sé cómo debe ir con el not.
Not. So you can say have. Maybe it's have a car or get a car.
My brother haven't,
But for the past, we have to
Not.
use didn't. Didn't.
Hasn't,
Didn't
has
have.
not.
Didn't. So
Doesn't.
this is the past. Exactly. So my brother
My brother didn't.
didn't have or buy. Sorry, it would be buy, right? Because here we have the verb buy.
Didn't buy a car until he get his first job.
Very good. We have to use the past of get. Get, got.
Okay.
Okay. Very good. So let's repeat. Let's repeat, Daniela. My brother didn't buy a car until he got his first job. Can we repeat, Daniela?
My brother didn't buy a car until he got his first job.
Excellent. Guys, remember that for the past, we're going to use the auxiliary do, and the past of do is did, okay? And for negations,
Okay.
did not. Yes?
¿Y el did se usa tanto para todas las personas? O sea, ya no hay
Exactly.
do ni el does, sino el did para todos en el pasado.
Exactly. Yep. No es como el presente que tenemos do y does. En el pasado, todos did.
Yep.
Okay. All right. What about number 3? How can we complete number 3? Flor?
My cousin didn't graduate.
But 7. Cuando tenía 7? What about this one here, Christopher? This one here?
My cousin didn't start.
Excellent. Didn't start school until she was 7. So let's repeat, Christopher. My cousin didn't start.
My cousin didn't start school until she was 7.
Excellent. So guys, very, very important that you guys practice the different forms of the verbs. For example, here we have be. What's the past of be? Was, were. For example, what's the past of become? Past of become is became. Okay, so make sure that you guys practice the past form of the verbs so that you guys are prepared for the final exam, okay?
Los verbos irregulares son un dolor de cabeza.
Yeah, they're a little bit complicated, but it just takes practice. It takes practice. Any questions, guys? Questions?
No.
All right, guys, let's continue.
Le
Okay, Irene.
not, es prácticamente not o no se reemplaza por being y cualquier palabra que escribamos, ¿no? Para completar la oración.
Ajá. El did not es la negación del pasado, en el pasado.
Sí, sí, pero me refiero a que ya no escribiríamos not, sino ya se reemplazaría por didn't.
Exacto. Bueno, tenemos la forma larga, Irene. Es lo mismo si dices did not o si dices didn't. Mi recomendación es tener cuidado con las instrucciones del examen, porque si te pide la contracción, tenemos que utilizar la contracción. Si no te pide la contracción, ahí pueden elegir la que quieran, ¿ok? Pero son exactamente lo mismo, significan exactamente lo mismo, ¿ok?
Thank you.
You're welcome. Any other questions, guys?
No.
Disculpe, este es solo para el pasado, dijo, ¿no?
Solo para el pasado, ¿ok?
Bien, gracias.
All right, guys. So let's erase and we'll continue. Here we have food questions. So grammar, food questions. Elizabeth, can you please read the first one that we have here? How much? How many?
How much cup of coffee do you have every day?
All right. So guys, remember we have countable and uncountable nouns. So for countable nouns, we have to use many. For uncountable nouns, we have to use much. So Elizabeth, cups of coffee, ¿sería contable o no contable?
No control.
Cups, tazas.
Sí,
So this
porque
one would
usted
be
decide cuánto se va a tomar.
¿cuántas
Es
tazas?
contable.
No, es contable. So we have to use many, right? Okay. How many cups of coffee do you have every day? What about number 2? Irene, let's go with number 2.
Yes, okay, Leo.
Yes, and complete.
Do you think you need too much many coffee?
Ok. ¿Cuál sería? Ahora estamos hablando de café en general, ya no estamos hablando de cups. Entonces, much or many.
Entonces sería much coffee.
Excellent, Irene.
Café.
So, yep, el café es no contable, pero las tazas sí son contables. Very good.
Ahí entra mucho la lógica, porque si no sabes qué es contable o no contable, no sirve.
Exacto. Tienen que tener cuidado, pero siempre les van a poner un sustantivo que tiene la forma plural o tiene cup o cups. Entonces, si tiene forma singular y tiene forma plural, ya saben que es contable. Si no existe una S o una forma plural, entonces ya tiene que ser no contable.
Many.
¿Ok? Much para no contable. All right. What about this one here? Angie, can you read the next one? Do you
have a sweet tooth?
go ahead and continue? How much or many?
How much or many cakes and cookies do you eat?
What do you think, Angie? Much or many?
Many.
How many? Very good. So let's put many. Notice the plural form, cakes, cookies, ¿ok? Cuando vean la forma plural, ya sabemos que es contable, many,
¿Y si es
¿ok?
singular, es incontable? Como por ejemplo abajo, es good things.
Ok, en este caso sí, pero solo les digo que se fijen si la palabra tiene singular y plural. Por ejemplo, cake tiene las dos formas, cake, singular, cakes, plural. Tiene dos formas, sabemos que es contable. Sweet sería algo que solo es sweet y de sweets es otra cosa, ya no sería plural. Entonces en este caso no existe la
Good
S.
things.
Exacto. Es solo sweet, sweet. Muchos o solo uno. So, fíjense si tienen forma singular y plural. Ya saben que es contable. Si no tiene, es no contable. What about this one? Let's read the next one. Flor? Do
How
you...
much many cakes and cookies do you eat? Do you
Sorry.
think you eat too much many sweet things?
Sweet. Sweet things. Sweet things.
Sweet things. Sweet
Very
things.
good. All right. So in this case, do you think you eat too much sweet things or too many sweet things? Aquí tenemos, fíjense, este es el sustantivo aquí, ¿ok? Things. Sweet sería un adjetivo, entonces no nos vamos a enfocar en el sweet, nos vamos a
Entonces,
enfocar en things.
En things. Sí, sí es contable.
Exactly. So it has to be many, right? Very good. Do you eat too many sweet things? All right.
profe,
What
¿y qué
about the
significa sweet?
sweet es dulce y things cosas. Entonces, cosas dulces.
Mm,
Okay. All right. Christopher, let's read the next one. Do you?
Do you have a healthy diet? Name name some of the healthy things you
Excellent.
eat every day.
Very good. So now we're talking about some. It's countable because we see the S. We have to make sure that we use some. Very good. What about Jennifer? Jennifer, let's read the last one, Jennifer.
What? Ahí leo, ¿verdad?
Yes.
What unhealthy things do you eat?
Very good. What unhealthy things do you eat? All right, guys. So remember, much, uncountable, many, countable, and some is non-specific, but it's always going to be non-specific, countable, or uncountable, okay? Any questions, guys?
Profe, ¿y por qué en coffee no le pusimos many si es que está en singular? Solo porque el café por lógica no se puede contar.
Exacto. Y tampoco existe el coffees. So here, if you want to put esta palabra no existe,
Eso
entonces,
tengo que ver si es que la palabra que estoy leyendo se puede dar en singular y en plural, ahí sería contable, si no, solo sería incontable.
exacto. Eso es una de, por la mayoría, 99% de los casos sí, pero también recuerden que tenemos verbos o adjetivos, sustantivos, perdón, sustantivos irregulares, que es diferente, pero la mayoría, correcto, right? Un ejemplo
Ok.
sería child. For example, child es niño, right? Y child, para hacerlo plural, cambia a
Ahí.
children.
Ah, ya.
Entonces, hay casos que no siempre va a ser lo mismo, pero para la mayoría, yes. Si tiene forma plural, contable. ¿Ok?
Ya.
Disculpe,
All right.
¿el son en qué ocasión ocupamos?
En some va a ser para los dos, pero es algo no específico. ¿Ok? Ya no sería mucho o bastante, solo sería no específico, algunos para contables y no contables. For example, let's put two examples here. I drink some coffee in the morning, right? So coffee, non-countable, right? No problem. And you can say, I drink some cups of coffee every day. ¿Ok? Entonces no es el some va con los dos, pero es algo que ya no va a cambiar. Se puede utilizar para los dos, ¿ok?
O sea,
Pero
el
¿cómo se
match y
puede
many,
utilizarlo y cuándo no?
Nunca te van a poner los dos juntos. Por ejemplo, en el examen te van a poner much or many, o te van a poner algo que sería mucho o no mucho. En este caso, name the healthy things sería some, algunos. Recuerden que some es algunos. Entonces, cuando estamos hablando de alguna cosa o algunos,
se puede
ahí
contar.
utilizamos some. Exacto. Pero siempre va a ser algo así que, por ejemplo, aquí en este ejemplo que tenemos acá abajo, sabemos que tiene que ser some y no puede ser much porque tenemos la S. Y eso es lo que se tienen que fijar en el examen. Si es plural, siempre va a ser some, ¿ok? Porque ya no
Ujú.
puede ser much.
Pregunta, entonces, nunca puede ir some con many. Por ejemplo, que
Exacto, exacto.
no,
En la prueba no le van a poner some y many porque es lo mismo. Es muy
ah,
parecido.
Pero
ok.
algo que me di cuenta, profe, es que el many y el match solo se usa en preguntas y el some y el match en respuesta o algo así.
Puede ser también, sí. Pero puede ser, pero no siempre. Sí se puede usar en pregunta también.
O depende del
Es
contexto.
más común. Es más común much y many para preguntas. ¿Ok?
Ya.
All right, guys. Practice, practice, practice. Let's erase and we can continue. Here we have the next one. So for the next one, it says grammar, if and when, the travel quiz. So let's read the first one. Let's go with Miriam. Miriam, can you read the first question, please?
When you go on vacation, do you prefer to stay closer to home or travel far away?
Very good. So guys, I want you to focus on the use of when. This is the structure. This is like the conditional structure when you go on vacation. What about the next one? Let's go with the next one here. Maybe Giancarlos, can you read the next one? If you,
If you have a free weekend, do you usually stay at home or go on a short trip? Why?
very good. So guys, when we translate them to Spanish, remember that when and if are going to be very similar, right? It's like cuando o si. So, but we can use them and we can interchange them, no problem. What about the next one? This one here. Elizabeth, can you read this one?
What transportation do you prefer? Train, car, or airplane? When you travel long distance, why?
Very good. And guys, pay attention that we can use when and if in the middle of the sentence, in the middle of the sentence. What about this one here? Number 4. Irene?
What do you do if the, ay Dios mío,
Weather, weather.
whether when you're vacation,
Vacation. Very good. What do
vacation.
you do if the weather's bad when you're on vacation? All right, guys. So let's try to answer some of the questions. And I want you guys to answer the questions using if and when. Okay. So for example, let's go back to number 1. Back to number 1. So Angie, when you go on vacation, do you prefer to stay close to home or travel far away? And now we have to use the same structure. When I go on vacation, I prefer to, let's
Stay at
complete. Okay. What about Angie. Angie, what do you think?
When I go on vacation, I prefer to travel far away.
Okay, very good. Guys, we can change, and it's the same exact response. If I go on vacation, I prefer to, okay? Exactly the same. No cambia nada, okay? If I go on vacation, I prefer to, etc. What about Christopher? Christopher, when you go on vacation, do you prefer to stay close to home or travel far away, and why?
When I go on vacation, I prefer stay close to home
Because?
because this is because I like play video games and watch movies.
Nice. Excellent, Christopher. Me too. Play video games and stay home. All right, guys. What about if I ask maybe Kelly? Kelly, question number 2. If you have a free weekend, do you usually stay home or go on a short trip? What do you think, Kelly?
If you have a free weekend, go on a short trip.
Very good. And guys, recuerden que cuando te pregunten why, tenemos que dar una explicación. Y la explicación siempre es con because. So, if I have a short weekend or a free weekend, I go on a short trip because why, Kelly?
Because I like to know new places.
Excellent, because I like to maybe visit new places. Excellent, Kelly. Recuerden que know es para conocimientos y para conocer a una persona. Y visit es más como para conocer nuevos lugares, ¿ok? Visit new places. What about if I ask maybe Giancarlos? Giancarlos, if I ask Giancarlos, what transportation do you prefer? Train, car, or airplane when you travel long distances?
Because transportation prefer to airplane.
Excellent. So we can start with when. Recuerda que comenzamos con when or if. When I travel, I prefer an airplane, right? Because it's faster, maybe. Because it's more comfortable, right? You can say it's more comfortable, it's faster, etc. All right, and we'll do one more question. What about Jennifer? Jennifer, what do you do if the weather's bad when you're on vacation? What do you do if the weather's bad when you're on vacation?
¿Y aquí cómo se respondería con if o when?
Son muy parecidos, el que tú quieras, pero si queremos ser más o menos en la misma estructura, nos preguntan con if, respondemos con if. Nos preguntan con when, respondemos con when. Pero quiero que entiendan que más o menos significan lo mismo. What do you think, Jennifer? If the weather is bad, I cry. I go to sleep. I watch a movie.
If the weather is bad, I watch on the movie. Watching movie.
I watch a movie. Excellent, Jennifer. I watch a movie. All right, guys. So remember that you can put it at the beginning of a sentence or in the middle of a sentence. No cambia mucho, solo es como al revés, okay? Any questions? Is this okay?
Teacher, lo siento, no estoy entendiendo, disculpe.
It's okay, Elizabeth, no problem. Cuando traducimos if y when es cuando y si. Pero si intercambiamos if y when en la oración no cambia mucho. Lo más importante es que tienen que entender que va al principio de la oración o en el medio de la oración. Y cuando comenzamos con if, vamos a utilizar un coma después de la cláusula o después de la primera idea. If you have a free weekend, comma, y utilizamos la segunda parte, ¿ok?
Pero ¿por qué utilizamos el if? ¿A qué se refiere con if?
Sí, sí.
Sí,
Si tú tienes un libre fin de semana, si vemos al número 2, vamos a ver al número 2. Aquí tenemos, if you have a free weekend, y lo traducimos a si tú tienes un libre fin de semana, o si quieres
bien.
cambiarlo a when, sería muy parecido, cuando tienes un libre fin de semana. Por eso les estaba explicando que no hay mucha diferencia. Pueden intercambiarlos, pero también si queremos seguir la estructura, nos preguntan con when, respondemos con when. Nos preguntan con if, respondemos con if. Okay?
Ah, ya, muchas gracias.
You're welcome. Any other questions?
No.
All right, guys, let's erase. And we
Profe,
can continue. Yes.
Por ejemplo, en la última si comenzamos if the weather is bad, entonces ahí como ya no tengo el you después del if, tengo que poner el sujeto al final. Como if the weather is bad, ¿no es cierto? Porque ahí ya no tengo el you al lado del if. Como
Exacto.
arriba, por ejemplo, if you have a free weekend, entonces ahí tengo que reemplazar if I have a free weekend y sigo respondiendo.
Exacto, porque ese sería el sujeto, right? Ese es el
Ah,
sujeto. The weather es el sujeto y you es el sujeto. Okay?
siempre tengo que responder if the weather is bad, I prefer do hot chocolate, for example.
Yeah. O al revés, I drink hot chocolate if the weather is bad. Podemos siempre ponerlo en el medio, perdón, no siempre, podemos ponerlo en el medio si no queremos colocarlo al principio, right? I drink hot chocolate if the weather is bad,
Ya. Ok.
okay? All right, guys, let's erase and we can continue. Giving reasons with for and to. This is a big one. This is a big mistake that many English learners make. So let's go here and let's practice. Let's read number 1. Let's go with Irene. Irene, can you read number 1?
I take a lot of taxis to work. Forget from A to B in the city.
Very good. Forget from A. Let's see. So I take a lot of taxis to work to get from A to B in the city.
¿Pero qué quiere decir for o to?
Los dos se traducen igual, para, pero el for va a ser para razones y el to va a ser como preposición a algún lugar. Cuando queremos movernos de algún lugar a otro, vamos a utilizar to. But in this case, we're talking about reasons. In this example here, we have reasons. So we're talking about giving reasons with for, okay? So for example, here you have, I take a lot of taxis to work. Yo tomo muchos taxis al trabajo. Here you have to, and here you have for, okay? To work es al trabajo y for work es para llegar de punto A punto B. So they're very similar, but they're going to have two different uses. Let's look at the examples and then we can practice and do our own examples, okay? Let's go with Elizabeth. Elizabeth, can you read number 2? I dropped off.
I dropped off my son at the bus stop as usual. Then he took the bus for go to school.
Very good. All right. So in this case, you can see that he's talking about the bus to go to school. We can actually change this, guys. And then you can see that he's taking it to go to school. What about number 3? Number 3, let's go with number 3. Angie, can you please read number 3?
I took the train for a job interview downtown and then a taxi to get to the office itself.
All right. En este ejemplo podemos verlo un poquito más claro. For a job interview, la razón por qué tomamos el tren, and to get, para llegar a un punto. Creo que esto sería más fácil entender así. For and to. Very, very similar, but you can see that they have 2 different meanings. What about number 4? Let's go with number 4. Christopher, do you have a question?
¿Qué quiere decir el verbo get en realidad? A veces me confunde ese verbo.
El get tiene muchos significados, pero en este sería I took a taxi to get to the office, para llegar a la oficina.
Uf.
El get es algo que toma tiempo. El get creo que tiene más significados y más expresiones que cualquier otro verbo en inglés. Entonces, no siempre se enfoquen en traducirlo literalmente, porque get es obtener y no siempre va a ser en ese.
Como decir get out, sal de aquí.
Exactly. Get out, sal de aquí. Get over, superar. Get down, agáchate. Get up, levántate. So, tiene muchos diferentes significados, entonces no lo vayan a traducir siempre, ¿ok?
Toda una vida para aprender el get.
Not so much. It comes with like vocabulary. It's like vocabulary. All right, let's go with number 4. Kelly, can you read number 4? Yesterday.
Yesterday I visited my grandma for her birthday. It was very far, so I had to change buses to get there.
Very good. So you can see the reasons. So guys, let's practice. Let's see if we can practice here. So if I ask you, why do you study English? Why do you read books? Why do you like, maybe why do you like to listen to music? We have some examples here in the chat, okay? Why do you study English? Why do you read books? And why do you like to listen to music, okay? So the question is why, y tenemos que responder utilizando to or for. So if I ask you, Kelly, why do you study English?
¿No
I
era con
study.
because?
En este caso, vamos a utilizar for y to, pero tienes razón, muy parecido for y to con because, pero en este caso vamos a utilizar for and to, ¿ok?
Ah, ok.
Muy parecido. So Kelly, why do you study English? I study for or I study to, el que tú quieras.
Respondo con because.
No, vamos a utilizar to y for.
I study for I want graduate.
Yeah, I study for my graduation. Let's repeat, Kelly. I study for my graduation.
I study for my graduation.
Very good. What about Christopher? Christopher, why do you read books? Why do you read books?
I read books for I have a lot of knowledge.
Knowledge, a lot of knowledge.
Knowledge. Yes.
I read books for maybe getting, Christopher, getting a lot of knowledge. Let's repeat, Christopher. I read books for getting a lot of knowledge.
I read books for getting a lot of knowledge.
Very good. Or, guys, you can change it to get a lot of
A través
knowledge.
del verbo getting.
Exactly, the get, or to get a lot of knowledge. What
¿Y
about
por qué
if
arriba ponemos con ing?
porque for es una preposición y después de for, después de preposiciones tenemos que utilizar ing siempre. Eso es para otro tiempo en el futuro van a aprender que preposiciones siempre se sigue con ing. Ahorita no se preocupen por eso, ¿ok? All right. What about Flor? Flor, why do you like to listen to music? You can say 2 or 4. 2 or 4.
¿Me puede repetir la pregunta en inglés, por favor?
Yes. Why do you like to listen to music? Why
Sería
do you like to listen to music?
porque me gusta escuchar música, ya. Sería I do like music for entertaining,
For entertainment. Excellent. Very good. Let's repeat, Flor. Entertainment.
entertainment.
Very good. I listen to music for entertainment. All right, guys. So very, very similar. For and do. And there's not really much of a difference, but use for when you're talking about a reason, and do also for a reason, but maybe more for transportation, or maybe more for moving to one point to another, okay? Any questions, guys?
No.
All right, guys. For and do, para y para. So let's erase, and we can go to the next part. Here we have the different comparisons. So we have picture A and picture B, and then we have more or less. So let's focus a little bit on more and less.
¿Qué significaba more or less?
More and less sería más y menos. Okay, so let's do some examples. An example could be, let's put here on the screen.
The black color is more beautiful than yellow.
Okay, yeah. Black is more beautiful than yellow. Very good. All right, so but remember, we're going to compare the pictures, right? So you can say black is more beautiful than yellow. So what we can do here, picture A is more, less than picture B, something like that, right? If you want, you can do something like that to kind of think.
The picture B is more elegant than picture A.
Excellent. Very good. Let's put that here in the chat. Picture B is more elegant than picture A. Excellent, Christopher. What about Irene? Irene, can you think of an example?
A ver, sí, more y less. And B as more elegant.
Okay, but a different, try to choose a different word, Irene, because we already have elegant. Let's think of another one. Fashionable, formal, modern.
No te entendí.
Vamos a utilizar otro adjetivo porque ya utilizamos elegant. Another
Ah,
one.
ya utilizó. Ok. Feliz. Entonces, serían in and B is more modern.
Okay.
No, al revés sería.
A.
En
A
B
is
más
more modern.
modern, en B más tradicional.
Excellent. So you could say A is more modern than B, right? A is more modern than B. Very good. What about Elizabeth? Elizabeth, can you think of an example?
A is mm, A is more informal or B.
Informal than B. Guys, muy importante utilizar el than porque es la comparación, ¿ok? Then picture B. Very important, okay? All right, what about John Carlos? John Carlos, can you think of an example?
Picture A is more colorful than picture B.
Absolutely. Picture A is more colorful than picture B. Excellent. What about Miriam? Miriam, can you think of an example?
Picture B is more modern than picture A.
Excellent. Very good. All right, guys. So comparisons, more or less, más o menos, always followed by then. And then we have to use it with adjectives. Remember that comparisons are always used with adjectives. Any questions?
Profe, también podría ser, por ejemplo, the picture A is less formal than picture B.
Yeah, absolutely. Less formal than picture B. Perfect. Any other questions, guys?
No.
All right. Más y menos. So let's erase and we can continue. Here we have the next one. So it says compare the stores. Let's read the examples. Jennifer, can you read the example down here at the bottom? A looks.
A looks like a more expensive store and the clothes seem more fashionable.
Fashionable. Perfect. Very
Fashionable.
good. All right, let's go ahead.
I think B sells cheaper clothes, but people in store B may be friendlier.
Friendlier. Friendlier.
Friendly.
Creo que está al revés las imágenes.
I think B sells cheaper clothes.
No, por la
Yeah.
primera.
Oh, the first one. A looks like a more expensive store and the clothes seem more fashionable. Maybe. I guess it depends on whose personal opinion, personal opinion. All right, guys. So let's think of an example. Let's do one example. Christopher, can you think of an example?
In the picture A, the salesperson is more friendly than the picture B.
Very good. Excellent. What about Flor? Flor, can you think of an example? You can say the shoes, the colors.
Yeah. Picture B. Yeah. It's more ¿cómo sería? Look, ya, sería, picture B sería, is more, elegant than look informal. ¿Cómo se-
Informal, informal. But remember, we just need one adjective, Flor. Solo necesitamos un adjetivo. Entonces, picture B looks more elegant than A. Let's repeat, Flor. You can see in the chat, picture B looks more elegant than A.
Picture,
Or store, sorry.
pic- picture B is story.
You can say picture B looks more elegant than A. Like this. Picture A or picture B looks more elegant than A. Okay? Guys, it's only an opinion, okay? No tiene que
Ay.
ser verdadero. Ustedes pueden poner el ejemplo que quieran. All right. What about comparisons? Any questions with comparisons?
No.
All right, guys. Es más o menos lo mismo que el otro, entonces vamos a continuar, okay? Here we have superlatives. So let's talk about superlatives. So superlatives is a little bit different. Instead of using ER, now we're going to use EST for regular adjectives. So here we have adjectives, and then here we have some language. For example, we could say something like, the man with the black hat has the longest hair. Okay, so here,
Pero hay dos que tienen gorro negro.
maybe this is like a winter cap, and this is a black hat, right? Maybe this is a beanie. We can call this a beanie, and this is like a hat, a formal hat. The man with the formal black hat has the longest hair. What else could we say? Can you guys think of another example? Angie, can you think of an example?
The woman with the white shoes has the short hair.
The shortest hair, okay? The
Short
woman
hairs.
with the white shoes has the shortest hair. Imagination, all right? Imagination. So the woman with the white shoes has the shortest hairs. And remember that superlative is always going to be with the adjective plus est. And always, always, always the.
Shortest.
The shortest.
¿Y
Ok.
qué quiere decir superlativo?
Superlativo significa el más o lo más. En este caso sería
Ah,
el
estamos
más
exagerando.
exagerando, pero también puede ser un hecho. Puede ser Chimborazo is the tallest mountain in Ecuador. La más alta. Okay.
Ya.
All right. Let's think of an example. Christopher, let's think of an example. Jacket, dark hair, curly hair.
The woman with the dark jeans has the has the smallest person,
Smallest.
smallest tire. No sé cómo se dice la persona más pequeña.
She is the smallest. So the woman with the dark jeans, entonces ya no sería has, dice no, el verbo to be is the smallest. So let's repeat, Christopher. The woman with the dark jeans is the smallest or shortest, la más baja o más chiquita.
The woman with the dark jeans is the smallest.
Smallest.
Okay.
Si dices small, es como deporte, es más chiquito. Y si decimos shortest, es de estatura, right? So shortest de estatura, smallest es como la más chiquita, okay?
Okay.
All right. What about Irene? Irene, can you think of an example?
Ay, Dios mío, ¿ahora qué digo?
You
Ahí
can do it,
voy.
Irene.
Em, espero que no hayan dicho. Talit, no creo que dijera. My sister is Talit.
My
O ya dijeron.
sis No, my sister is the tallest. Excellent, Irene.
Okay.
Let's repeat. Let's repeat, Irene. My sister
ver.
is the tallest.
My sister is
The
Tolie-
tallest. Tallest. Tallest.
tallest. Tallest.
Tallest.
¿Correcto?
The tallest. Very good.
Tallest.
Let's do one more. Giancarlos, can you think of one more example?
My grandfather is oldest.
My grandfather is the oldest. Very good. My grandfather is the oldest. Very good. All right, guys. Superlatives. Superlatives is always the plus adjective plus est. Okay. Superlatives. Comparatives. Comparatives is always adjective plus er plus than. Okay. ¿Alguna pregunta? Any questions?
Disculpe, y si usamos el funny, sería funny
Yeah,
para
exactly.
all the gays is funny.
So you can say, he is the funniest. The funniest. Or
Pues
they,
quiero decir todos, no es all, todos, all the gays. Todos los
they,
chicos son felices, divertidos.
pero, ok, pero cuidado porque gay is gay y guys is chicos. So be
Ah,
careful.
guys, perdón.
The guys are the funniest. Let's repeat, Elizabeth.
Ah.
The guys are the funniest.
The guys
Aprenden,
or
aprenden.
the funniest.
The guys are the funniest. O si quieres decir
Guys.
solo ellos, solo ellos. They are the
Ya.
funniest. Ellos son los más chistosos, right? All
Gracias.
right, guys. Any other questions?
¿Y por qué pongo, por ejemplo, el has?
El has lo vamos a utilizar para características de una persona. He has black eyes, curly hair. He has a beard. Características. Y el verbo to be más un adjetivo. She is beautiful. She is tall. She is short.
Ugly.
She's ugly. Exacto. ¿Ok? Entonces, el verbo to be, adjetivos, apariencia, y después has, características de la persona. ¿Ok?
Okay.
All right, guys, let's erase and we can continue. Let's continue. Here we have more superlatives. So here we can practice. Which of your friends or family members has, and now we have to complete. For example, we could say the,
The beautifulest, the most beautiful.
exactly. Ahora, beautiful es un adjetivo de 3 sílabos. Beautiful. Cuando
Okay.
tenemos 2 o más syllables, ya tenemos que utilizar most or least para
Yeah,
adjetivos grandes, ¿ok? Cuando es un adjetivo chiquito, ahí ponemos EST. All right, let's go with number 2. Kelly, which of your family members has
the biggest beard.
yeah, and porque este es corto, un adjetivo corto, tenemos consonante, vocal, consonante y solo un sílabo, repetimos la G, S, T. Okay, the biggest beard. What about number 3? Miriam, how can we
A ver,
complete?
una pregunta. O sea, siempre que termina en consonante debo aumentarla y poner ST.
Dos cosas. Un sílabo y tiene que ser consonante, vocal, consonante.
Consonante. Ah, ya.
¿Ok? Consonante, aquí no está. Tiene que ser consonante, vocal, no puedo.
B
Bueno,
y G. Sí, sí.
exacto. All right. Miriam, what about number 3?
The most cool makeup.
So this one is cool. Solo un sílabo. Cool. The coolest. Let's repeat. Miriam. The coolest makeup.
The coolest makeup.
Very good. The coolest makeup. What
Profe,
about
entonces ahí, por ejemplo, ahí no aumentamos otra L porque ahí está consonante, vocal, vocal, consonante. No aplica la regla.
Exacto. Very
Okay.
good. What about number 4? Flor, how can we do number 4?
Core L. Dos consonantes. Most core.
What about Angie? Angie?
Dijo que cuando es de 2 o más, ahí se le aumenta el most, ¿no?
Eh,
The cool
vamos a
hire.
más de 2. Más de 2. So,
Ah,
entonces
ya.
en este caso sería the curly
The curly. Ajá.
Oops. Cuando
O sea,
tenemos,
solo es cuando son tres.
exacto, cuando son más de 2 sílabas. Cuando son 3 o más, ahí sí. Cuando tenemos Y y Y o Y, tenemos que eliminar la Y y poner IEST, ¿ok?
Ujú.
All right, what about number 5? ¿Era Angie o Flor el que me respondió? ¿Quién le toca, Angie o Flor?
Yo respondí la 4.
Okay, let's go with Flor. Flor, number 5.
The darkest.
The darkest. What about number 6, Christopher?
Okay, the most friendly.
The friendly.
Friendly.
So this one would be friendlyest.
¿Ah?
Okay, the friendliest.
And... ¿Cómo le separa usted? Yo le separé free and dry. O sea, se me hace tres.
No, just friendly. Friendly.
Ah, ya.
Friendly. Very good. So friendliest. What about number 7? Irene?
Good best.
Ok, aquí tenemos otra regla. Aquí esto, no hemos hablado de esto, pero tenemos irregulares, adjetivos irregulares
Pues
que
sería
cambian por
best.
completo. Exacto.
No,
So,
no te explico. Explícanos.
good, best. Bad,
Worst.
worst. Ok. Estos son diferentes. Ok. Esto sería superlativo. Comparativo sería better. Right?
Worst.
Worse. Ok. Estos son diferentes, no siguen la misma estructura. Superlativo, comparativo, superlativo, comparativo. All right,
Vale.
so this one would be the best. And the last one, Kelly, how can we do the last one?
Ya no
Ese.
va good entonces, solo best.
Exacto, cambia por completo porque es un adjetivo irregular, cambia por completo, ¿ok?
Hasta adjetivos irregulares hay.
Tenemos sustantivos irregulares, adjetivos irregulares, verbos irregulares. El inglés es un idioma muy bonito.
Muy irregular.
Mire.
All right, Kelly,
The interesting.
interesting. Yes. So this one would be interesting. 4 sílabas. And
Most.
para most, right? So the most interesting, right? Porque tiene 4. Interesting. All right, guys. This is like vocabulary, so you have to make sure that you practice the spelling and the different rules for the adjectives, okay?
Me falta aprender a separar en inglés.
Una
Es que yo le
manera,
puse interesting, o sea, solo 3. Pero ahí le pone interesting, 4.
es cuando tienes que mover la quijada. Interesting. Cada vez que
Ah,
la quijada
se
baja
mueve
o
de
tienes
lado.
que separar el sonido, interesting.
Ah,
Ahí lo
ahí ya
separas,
queda. Ahí es como friend de. Ah, sí, sí.
okay?
Qué buen tip.
All right, guys. Any other questions?
No,
Sí, por favor, usted dijo sobre que el uno era superlativo y comparativo.
Ujú.
¿Cuál es el comparativo? El
El compara-
worst.
sí.
lo vimos antes.
Entonces, para que sepan, comparatives son los ER, right? Superlatives son EST, okay? So, comparatives ER, superlatives EST. Estos, porque son irregular, creo que era Elizabeth, ¿no? Elizabeth, aquí sería,
Ajá.
este sería el comparativo, este sería el comparativo. Okay. Any other questions, guys?
No.
Ah, ya me confundí.
El better, comparativo, y se fue Elizabeth. Se enojó y se fue. I'm sorry, Elizabeth. Ahí está. Elizabeth, ¿estás ahí? Elizabeth,
Perdón, se me colgó el internet.
it's okay.
Ajá. Bueno,
Entonces,
le
aquí lo
dije que
sé.
no, me confundí, perdón. El comparativo, ¿cuándo añadimos ere? ¿Y qué era el comparativo? Porque estábamos en superlativo y luego se pasó al comparativo.
Es porque lo vimos antes. Primero comenzamos con el comparativo y después fuimos al superlativo. El comparativo es cuando tenemos dos cosas, manzanas y naranjas, fútbol y tenis. carne o pollo, right? Estamos comparando solo dos cosas. Ahí
Ya.
vamos a utilizar adjetivos más ER para los adjetivos normales, regulares. Los irregulares cambian por completo y ahora son good y bad que cambian para better y worse. Comparativos. Todavía estamos hablando de dos cosas, ¿ok? Comparando dos cosas. Ahora el
Pero aquí,
superlativo, yes,
pero aquí tendría que saber cuál es el verbo irregular para poderlo cambiar.
el adjetivo, correcto. Pero solo hay dos,
¿O
good
no?
y bad.
No.
Solo hay dos. Solo tienes que enfocarte en esos dos. Todos los demás, no hay solo dos, pero hay dos comunes que vas a ver en la prueba. Ya de ahí no hay otros, ¿ok? All right.
Ya.
Y
Ok,
cuando es
gracias.
superlativos, cuando son más de tres cosas, que estamos diciendo cuál es el más grande, el más alto, el más costoso, el más inteligente, el más alto, ahí utilizamos superlativos y es EST o best or worst, ¿ok?
El best
Superlative,
es para cuando es el más y
exacto.
el better menos.
No,
Ok,
better
muchas
is
gracias.
comparative, ok. Ok. ¿Alguna otra pregunta?
No,
All right, guys, let's erase and let's continue. We're almost done, guys, almost done. A little bit more, 15 minutes and 15 minutes. All right, grammar, yes, my job. So guys, this is yes and no questions. We have two types of yes and no questions. We have the verb to be, are you, is she, are they, verb to be. And then we have yes and no questions for the auxiliary do. Do you, does she. So we have two types of questions. So let's practice. Let's practice some questions.
Podría ser, do you usually work long hours?
Perfect. Do you usually work long hours? All right. So, do you? Do you usually work long hours? Very good. So, this is one question. Can you guys think of another question? What about Kelly? Kelly, can you think of another question?
Do you have to on the weekend?
Do you have to work on the weekends? Very good. What about another example? John Carlos, can you think of another example?
También podría ser do you have to work, work nights?
Yeah. Do you have to work nights? Very good. Let's put that here. Do you have to work nights? Perfect. One more example, guys. Actually, let's change, guys. Ok, aquí tenemos tres ejemplos con do. Fíjense que en los tres ejemplos que tenemos aquí, estamos utilizando el do porque es una acción, es un verbo. Ok. Do you have to work? Ahora vamos a enfocarnos en el verbo to be. El verbo to be, vamos a pensar en ejemplos con el verbo to be. For example, are you a teacher? Right? Are you a teacher? Are you a agent at an office? Something like that, right? So let's think of a question with the verb to be. Jennifer, can you think of an example with the verb to be?
Una
If-
pregunta, perdón. En esa parte que dice, are you a agent? No sería an.
An agent,
Así
yes, I'm sorry. Tienes toda la razón, Angie. An agent. Are you an agent? Porque comenzamos con el vocal, ¿no? Very good. Un ejemplo vamos a pensar en un ejemplo con el verbo to be, ¿ok? Ahora es un estado y no es un verbo. Jennifer, can you think of an example?
Is she a coworker?
Excellent, very good. Is she a coworker? Let's put that in the chat. What about Flor? Flor, can you think of an example?
You are a nurse at hospital.
Are you a nurse at a hospital? Let's repeat, Flor. Are you a nurse at a hospital?
Are you at hospital? Hospital.
Are you a nurse at a hospital? Very good. All right, guys. So we have questions. Questions for yes or no. What about Angie? Angie, can you think of an example?
Are you a policeman?
Are you a policeman? Excellent. All right, guys. So yes and no questions. Verbo to be, auxiliar do. ¿Alguna pregunta? ¿Alguna duda? Tal vez la estructura.
¿Y
¿Por
por
qué
qué
utilizamos
es,
una?
y por qué es pregunta de yes or no question? Porque, por
Eh,
ejemplo, ahí dice, are you a teacher? Y yo puedo responder, yes, I am.
Exactly. Yep.
Eso es
Yes,
todo.
I am. Eso es todo.
Y si es que hago con do, sería, do you have a work on the weekends? Yo respondo, no, I don't. ¿Y ya?
Exacto. Siempre respondemos en la misma estructura. Yes, I do. Or no, I don't. Tenemos que mantener la misma estructura, ¿ok?
¿Y cómo sé cuando es yes or no question o una pregunta de responder así con ya más cosas?
Excellent, Christopher. Cuando comenzamos con el auxiliar, do, o el verbo to be, is, am, are, siempre es una pregunta de sí o no. Lo mismo va con los modales. Can you
Ah, ya, ya.
play tennis?
Y cuando hago con what, why y esas cosas ya es como pregunta de información.
Exacto. Ahí cuando preguntamos con todas las preguntas de WH, ahí sería información, ¿ok?
Ya.
All right, guys. Any other questions?
No.
All right, let's erase and let's continue. Here we have, the guess the job. This is kind of the same, but we can read the practice. So let's read. Christopher, let's read the first example here. She
He usually eh, has to work long hours.
All right. Aquí sería el que tú quieras porque estamos solo practicando, ¿ok? She usually has to or doesn't have to work long hours. What about number 2? Irene, let's read number
Una
2.
preguntita.
Yes.
Por ejemplo, aquí como ya está poniendo doesn't have, ahí ya no tengo que poner doesn't has, porque ya está el does especificando que se va.
Exacto. En negación, el auxiliar ya cambia a tercera persona, entonces el verbo no tiene que cambiar.
Ya.
En negación, solo en negación. En afirmación, cambiamos el verbo a tercera persona.
Yo
¿Ok?
sí pongo does has. Cuando va el
Exacto.
does.
Bueno, dependiendo de qué quieres decir, pero correcto. Si es afirmativo, ya no va el does, a pesar de que sería he does yoga on the weekends. Aquí sería una acción que se utiliza el does, pero si es una acción normal, solo el verbo normal. Okay?
Okay.
All right. What about the next one? Irene, let's read number 2. She
Okay. Shopping has to does have to work nice and on the weekend.
Very good. Irene, if you want, puedes responder para que sea cierto para ti? Has to or doesn't have to work on weekends? Do you have to work on weekends? ¿Tú tienes que trabajar las noches, los fines de semana?
Ay, perdón, tenía el micrófono apagado. Con los- Eh, y respondo o
Quiero que
sí,
elijas, ¿tienes o no tienes que?
no, sí tengo. Y has to sería entonces.
Exactly, right? So she has to work nights on the weekends. Very good.
Ok, ok,
What about,
entonces, perdón, sí entendí. La primera parte es con positivo y paso directo al word.
exacto, esta sería la siguiente parte. Aquí. She often has to work nights and on the weekends. Okay. All right. What about, let's see, medium. Medium, let's go with number 3.
She has to wear a uniform, but she has to wear a tie.
Tie, a tie.
Tie.
Very good. And again, it could be any answer that you want, right? So she doesn't have to wear a uniform, but she has to wear a tie. Okay. It can be any answer that you want. So guys, remember that for negatives, we use the auxiliary doesn't, and for affirmative, we can use has for third persons, he, she, and it. Any questions? Is that okay?
Disculpe, ¿en qué momento dijo que hay que cambiar el verbo, la forma?
En afirmativo, cuando la oración es afirmativo, cambiamos el verbo a has, siempre y cuando sea tercera persona, es he, she, it. Ahí cambiamos el verbo. Todos los otros, I, you, we, they, el verbo no cambia en una oración afirmativa, ¿ok?
Ahí sería have.
Ahí sería have con I, you, we, they. Yep. I, you,
Gracias.
we, they have. Y ya todos los demás, he, she, it, sería con has. En oraciones afirmativas. Ya en preguntas y en negación, cambia el auxiliar que sería el does, ¿ok? Any other questions, guys?
No.
All right, let's erase and let's continue. We'll do one more, guys. The final one will be this one here. So find 5 ways of making predictions. So how do we make a prediction in English? How can we find a prediction? Let's begin by reading the first one here. Jennifer, let's read the first one. Oh no. Oh no, Jennifer. Oh no, Jennifer. Oh no. What about John Carlos? John Carlos? Oh no.
Oh no, what do you think happening?
Very good. Let's continue. Christopher?
I don't know. It might be serious.
Very good. Flor?
No, he'll probably be fine.
Very good. Irene?
Maybe it's his ugly ring.
Ankle. Esta es ankle. Vamos a repetir, Irene.
Ya, ya.
Ankle.
Perdón. Maybe it is ankle.
right?
Right.
Maybe it's
Right.
his ankle, right? Very
Right.
good. What about Kelly? Kelly? Yes.
Yes, he might have a twisted ankle. You're right.
Very good. What about this one? Elizabeth?
I just hope it's nothing serious.
And finally, what about this one? Miriam? Anyway.
Anyway, let's call the doctor. I'm sure it's one the antibiotic bed.
Very good. I'm sure it won't be anything bad. All right, guys. Entonces, les voy a preguntar que revisen el texto y me indiquen which one is a prediction. ¿Cuál de estas frases o cuál de estas palabras utilizamos para hacer una prediction? What do you think?
And no, he'll
Sería
probably
no
fine.
help probably my friend.
All right, maybe. This one here, Flor. ¿Quién dijo eso, Flor?
No, no help probably be fine, ¿no sería?
Oh, yeah. Excellent. He will probably be fine. Excellent. Probably, probablemente, right? And will para una prediction. Christopher, ¿ibas a decir otra?
Ese fue lo que dije.
Okay. What about Angie? Angie, ¿puedes encontrar otra? Elizabeth, Miriam, John,
Podría
Flor?
ser, I don't know, it might be serious.
It might be serious. Might be. Otra palabra. Siempre cuando ven los modales normalmente utilizamos para hacer un prediction, algo que tal vez esté sucediendo. What about Kelly? Kelly, can you find another one?
Maybe it's
I
here.
just hope it's nothing serious.
Excellent. I just hope it's nothing serious.
Disculpe, también puede ser I just hope it's nothing serious. Ah, no, ya dijeron.
Ya,
No,
sí, bueno, esta más o menos, guys, porque esto no es un modal, esto es más como un deseo. Esto sería más como un deseo. Espero que no sea nada serio, right? And then there's one more.
Podría ser won't be.
Yeah, it won't be anything serious, right? I'm sure it won't be anything serious, right? All right, guys, so we use models to make predictions about a situation. The most common ones are going to be here. The most common ones is might be, probably, maybe, may have. Estos serían los más comunes, okay? Might be, probably, maybe, and may have. We use these to make predictions, okay? All right, guys. So right there, we are going to stop. Remember that you have to make sure that you practice for the final exam. I wish you guys the very best of luck.